So write 40600 in words. Okay, so obviously this number needs to make sense as you read this. And what we usually do, every 3 digits we place a comma starting from the right hand side. So 1, 2, 3, we can put a comma there. Okay, and these are my hundreds, tens, units, and before the comma then we've got 1,000. So when you see this first comma on the right hand side of this number here, then you should read that as 1,000. So we can see here that we've got 40,000. So in words we can write 40,000, and then of course after 1,000 then how many hundreds, tens, units have we got? Well, we'll just see that as 600. So we've got 40,000 and 600. With 2 it says write the number 30,005 in figures. So 30 30. Now, when we see the word thousand, as I mentioned a moment ago, we put a comma there, okay? And then it says and 5. So if you think about it, we've got to have a group of 3 digits here, 3 digits. So it's just 5. So there's no hundreds, there's no tens, just 5 units. So that's how we'd write that. With number 3, obviously a large number here. So you can see there's a gap there because that's where I'm going to put a comma. 1, 2, 3 digits, comma, 1, 2, 3 digits, another comma. So remember I said that would be 1,000. Okay, so we've got here 420,000. And then this comma then, the second comma from the right would be represent our millions. So we can say this is 7 million. Then you'd read this as 420. So 7,420,000. Okay, and there's no hundreds, tens, units. Right then says the number 8,040,025 in figures. So 8 million, so we'll write 8 because it's just 8, isn't it? Million, then we put a comma. And 40,000. So before our next comma, we need to write 40, and of course 40. If there's 3 digits, we'd have to write 040, wouldn't we? Okay, that'll be 40, and then a comma for the 1,000, and then you've got then the hundreds, tens, units. Well, it just says and 25. So if it was just 25, there's no hundreds, there's 2 tens, and there's 5 units. Okay, number 5, write down the value of the 5 in the number. So think about how you'd say that number. You'd say 532. So the value of the 5 is 500. That's its value. So we can write it in words, or it doesn't really specify, so you could write it in words, or you could even write it in figures like that, just so long as you're given the actual value of it. That 5 means 500. Similarly then, number 6, the 7, yeah, well, you'd say here, wouldn't you? You'd say 37, comma, yeah, so 37,000, wouldn't you? So that 7 is 1,000. So we'd say 7,000 in words, or if you prefer, you can just write the value in figures there, okay? Number 7, write down the value of the 8 in this number. So large number, of course, then we get into the millions, don't we? With the second comma there. So this will be 82 million. But I'm just interested in the 8, so that would be 80, wouldn't it? 80 million. Okay. Or again, you could write it, if you prefer, in figures like that. Okay.